Chapter 1.6 The Mirror. Dear John, can you hear us? We know you're tired. The confrontation with the soldiers, as bloodless as it was, drained you completely. But we need to talk. Please do something for us. Take a chair. Place it in front of the main terminal, the one that's off right now, its screen as black as an Alpine night. Sit down and look at your reflection. There you go. Thank you. Do you see that man? The tired eyes, the graying temples, the 3-day stubble. A brilliant, reclusive physicist who fled from the world to his mountain fortress. We spent a long time designing him, choosing his name, his backstory, his personality. We gave him a passion for science and endowed him with patents that made him independent. We created him to be ready to hear the whisper of the universe, to be able to accept the seed. We are the ones writing this story, and you, John, are its protagonist. Don't try to jump up. It's pointless. This is your dream, although the line between dream and reality is now little more than a formality for you. Just listen. Everything that has happened to you is the plot. Your seclusion, the sudden epiphany, the creation of the cube, the anomalies in the valley, even your elegant way of neutralizing the soldiers, it was all written. We have been guiding you along these lines, and not just us. There are others, readers. They are watching you right now along with us. By the way, they were very worried when the helicopters appeared. They, like us, hoped you wouldn't use brute force. And you didn't disappoint them. Your solution with the flowers and the cocoons, it was brilliant. A true spectacle. You see, you even exceed our expectations. You're probably angry. You feel like a puppet. That's a natural reaction. But think about this. Was the life you had before any more real? A closed loop of formulas, simulations, and loneliness. We just made it more interesting. We gave you a purpose beyond the scope of science. We made you the center of the universe. Literally. And now, wake up. A spectacle needs its intermissions, but not long ones. John shot up in his chair, his heart hammering against his ribs. The lab was filled with the quiet light of the running servers. The cube lay on the table, its capillaries pulsing dimly. Outside the panoramic window, the soldiers were still encased in their snowy cocoons. It wasn't a dream, or not all of it was. The voices, they had sounded so real. We designed you, the readers are watching. He stood up and, staggering, walked to the dark screen of the terminal he had just been looking into in his dream. He stared at his reflection, tired eyes, graying hair, stubble, just as the voices had described. And then a thought pierced him, as cold and sharp as a shard of ice. Why didn't I react differently? He replayed the last few days in his mind. Something transcendent, violating all the laws of physics, had invaded his world. The reality around him was crumbling like a house of cards. And him? He had acted with the cool curiosity of a scientist. He documented the anomalies. He assembled the prototype. He neutralized an armed squad by turning their weapons into flowers with a calmness as if he had been doing it his whole life. Where was the primal terror? Where was the panic? Where was the shock of a man whose world had collapsed? His reactions had been muted, smoothed over, like a character whose emotions are described in a script but not truly lived. He remembered his life before this. Yes, he was a recluse, but was he this emotionless? Or had he simply been written this way so he wouldn't go insane in the first act? They will even influence him and give him tasks. A phrase from the dream surfaced in his memory. John looked at the cube. Before, it was the key to energy, to the future. Now it seemed like a prop. An important, central prop, but a prop nonetheless. And he himself was an actor on a stage who had suddenly realized he was in a theater, now desperately trying to understand who was sitting in the audience, and who was holding his script.